What's going on, guys? Miles Miller here, and today I'm going to talk about glutes. How to grow big glutes, strong glutes, powerful glutes, how to strengthen your glutes, factors that may affect your glutes, exercise that you need to do to target your glutes, and also I'm going to just tackle on glutes in general. I won't be so nerdy, I'll just be basic to give you the brief info that you need to know when it comes to glutes. For those who don't know, glutes are the largest muscles in our body. It comprises of three muscles, which are these muscles: gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, and gluteus maxima. Gluteus maxima is the largest, and then followed by medius and then minimus. The work of glute is to perform different movements, powerful movements per se, like standing, walking, running, jogging, stepping, climbing, etc. Just know when you're making this movement, you're using your glutes. So if you have weak glutes, you'll struggle to do these movements. Another work of glutes is to support the trunk in its erect posture. It's like the way you can stand up. Just know what supports your trunk. The trunk is the upper body. It's your glutes. Another work of glute is it's for abduction of the thigh. It's also to help you balance your body. If your glutes are weak, one of your glutes is weak, you will find out that you're tilting on one side, or you're dragging your foot while you're walking, or you're just having one foot which is longer than the other. There will be some posture deformities or some correction in your posture when you're just doing normal movements. Now, how do you know if you have weak glutes? If you're unable to stand up upright, like if you have a tilted pelvic, just know your glutes are weak. If you're dragging your foot while you're walking, just know your glutes are weak. If one foot is longer than the other, know what it is. If you experience back pain, lower back pain, you might be having weak glutes. Just remember, when I'm pointing out these issues, it's a matter of probability. It doesn't mean these are the prime keys to focus on when you're diagnosing the issue, but it simply means it could be one of the problems. Your glute could be weak. That's why you're resulting to the problems. So how do you strengthen your glutes? By doing gluteus movements. Which are these movements? You can do Romanian deadlifts. They target your glutes. You can do squats, deep squats, target your glutes. You can do split squats such as lunges and split squats like Bulgarian split squats. You can be doing something like hip thrusters. All these, the exercises I've mentioned, they target your gluteus maxima. Now, how do you target your gluteus medius and the minimus? The gluteus medius and minimus, you can do abducted exercises like hip abduction, seated, standing, it doesn't matter. You can do some like, just if you abduct your foot away from the midline, just know you're affecting your minimus and medius. I can say if you want to work on your glutes accordingly, try to hit it from different angles. Try to do some abductions, try to do some extensions, try to do some vertical movements like squats and all that. What are the sets, reps, volume, progressive overload when it comes to glutes? Remember, we have strength, hypertrophy, and endurance. If you want to focus on hypertrophy, this is now me. This is me. Let me give you first my top 4 when it comes to glute. I'll go with squats or lunges, or even split squats, it doesn't matter. I'll do something like Romanian deadlifts or deadlifts in general. I'll go for bridges or hip thrusters, and I'll also do abductions such as the machine, hip abductor, and standing using the rope to abduct your foot. So I'll pick either of what I've mentioned, and then when it comes to strength, I'll go with squats. I'll do somewhere between 1 to 6 reps at 80 to 95% of 1 rep mark. That one is strength. I'll do squats. Just know when I'm using barbell, I'm focusing on strength. It doesn't matter whether it's chest, deadlift, shoulders, etc. Whenever I'm using barbell, I'm trying to focus on strength. If I switch to machine or dumbbells, I'll focus on endurance or hypertrophy. So how do I target hypertrophy, or how do I grow my glutes in terms of hypertrophy? I'll do something like walking lunges, not static lunges. And then I'll do somewhere between 30 to 60% of 1 rep mark using dumbbells. I don't like using barbell because I'll be hitting everybody on the way, so I don't want to disrupt the peace of people. I'll just use dumbbells or kettlebells, but no barbell. No barbell. Why? If I'm doing barbell, maybe split squats, but no walking lunges. And then if I want to focus on endurance, I'll do now the hip abductor. I'll focus on somewhere between 10 to 50% of 1 rep mark, and then I hit it to failure, somewhere between 15 to 20 reps. And then now, how often should I train them? It depends. If you feel like your glutes are so weak, train them at least 2 times a week, depending on intensity or endurance. So if you're going heavy, you need maybe enough time to recover. But again, I can say it depends on how you're periodizing your program. It all depends on how your program looks like. But it's recommended to do at least twice a week. And then focus on those auxiliary movements such as hip abductors, and also focus on some compound lifts such as squats and deadlift, and also focus on some unilaterals such as Bulgarian walking lunges or just any lunge variation. Also focus on different angles. Try to focus on diagonal, horizontal, and vertical. Try to focus on body weight movements such as Superman, such as back extension, GDH machine. Try to focus on something like single-legged movements such as stiff-legged deadlift, single-leg Romanian deadlift, single-leg squats. They'll all affect your glutes. I believe I've given you, if not all, but at least 80% of what you need to know when it comes to glutes. I didn't want to dig deep into glutes. I've given you the fun facts about glutes because I didn't want to sound nerdy. So I just wanted to give you the brief overview of what you need to know when it comes to glutes. And let me finish with this. The ladies will grow nice glutes than men because they are passionate about it when it comes to training. They try to hit them from different angles if you pay close attention, as opposed to men. Men only do Romanian deadlift, squats, and lunges, period. Hardly will you find a man on the hip abductor machine because they believe it's a ladies' machine, which is very wrong. Next time you're planning to hit legs or to train your glutes, find a partner, especially a lady, and then train just the way she's training. I know there are gimmicks. There are some certain shitty exercises that people do that are just for the gram. I can say just go with the basics. Just stick to the basics and you still grow muscles. Remember, it's all about genetics. So if you have good genetics, you'll develop glutes. If you have bad genetics, it will be hard for you to develop the glutes that you want. But it will be of benefit if you still hit it, because you still need to grow the muscle. You still need to work on the muscle. Okay? So it doesn't matter. There's a genetic factor. There's a hard work factor. There's also a frequency factor. So you need to ask yourself, where are you leaning on? Are you leaning on genetics? Are you leaning on hard work? Or are you leaning on frequency? When I say frequency, is how often you train your glutes. You can be having nice glutes, but you're not training them often. So yes, you have nice glutes because of the genetics, but they're not strong. So you need to train them for strength, not just for appearance or aesthetics. Are we together? And with those few remarks, I hope this video makes sense. Do care to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share and comment. Till next time, hasta la vista.